Beep, 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 beep. Welcome to the court with the Edijester once again. How are we, good peeps? Saturday. Hope you have a great day. If you can buy me a coffee and help out, please do. If not, become a warrior teacher starting in April. This is good. Well, it's not good. It's bad, but you'll get my drift when you see what's going on. The police, in this case, the Met Police, which is what we're going to talk about in a minute, seem to be thoroughly captured by EDI, DEI, all things trans and utter nonsense. And that should be worrying to all of us. They've been causing trouble for a very long time now with their non-crime hate crimes and all the nonsense that comes with it. But this is on another level. It's epically on another level. So let's take a look and see what you think. The trans row engulfing the Met Police. A female officer is taking the force to court after it sent staff to a celebration of the transgender community. The transgender community. Right, take me to the leader. There's no such thing. It's absolute nonsense. What they mean is a female officer is taking the force to court after it sent staff to a celebration of political transsexualism or transvestism. 2 years ago, on a drizzly day in March, almost 100 Metropolitan Police officers and staff. 100. Now, assuming that the average wage was 40k, I wonder how much that is. Somebody work out, stick it in the comments. Almost 100 Metropolitan Police officers and staff from across the capital gathered at New Scotland Yard. The event, for which was so many personnel were taking time out of their normal duties, was not, however, linked to London's knife crime epidemic or the antisocial behaviour blighting the city. Instead, officers and fellow staff members came together to listen to a programme of presentations as part of Scotland Yard's marking of the annual Transgender Day of Visibility. You just want to give up there, don't you? I just want to go back to bed. Trans Day of Visibility. Seen one? Over there. Where? Over there. What's he doing? Sat on the chair. Look, over there. Oh, right, okay. That's one. We started a gate diagram. See if we can get 5. Transgender Day Visibility. Billed as a celebration of the transgender community, the Met had arranged a roster of trans activist speakers to discuss the transgender experience and how to be an ally. Now the event is at the centre of allegations that the Met Police has been championing trans rights at the expense of biological women, and that its approach to the issue suggests that it has been captured by trans activists. One of the Met's own female officers, Detective Constable Melanie Newman, is taking the force to court over claims that in hosting the event on March the 31st, 2023, it discriminated against staff like her who are critical of transgender ideology. Well, I wish Mel or Melanie, whichever you prefer, on the 31st of March, the best of luck. It's now started. It's obviously that's true. I mean, Melanie is saying it discriminates against us. This is the elevation of one of these identity groups, isn't it? An affinity group, as I call it. It's the elevation of that group above others, and it must stop. It doesn't matter what they are. It must stop. It must stop. But it's also the police engaging in the most extraordinary homophobia. At the start of the five-day hearing, which began on Monday, Newman told an employment tribunal that the Met Police created a hostile environment for those who hold gender-critical views. The belief that there are only 2 biological sexes and they are immutable. It's not belief, it's a fact. Just for God's sake. She claimed the decision to host trans activists who are extremely hostile to people with these views was a symptom of this problem. I would agree with Mel on that. Newman alleged that one of the speakers, Eva Echo, that's got to be a gusset fumbler. Eva Echo told the seminar that trans people needed to be saved from gender-critical people whom she depicted as having warped, twisted views. It says whom she. It's he depict. Even Eva Echo, that's got to be a gusset fumbler, told the seminar that trans people, nobody's called Eva Echo. It's like calling somebody Eva Brick. It's Eva Echo. No. She depicted people like us as having warped and twisted views. The impression I had was of someone who deeply loathed gender-critical women. She added. That's Mel saying that. The hearing also heard from Newman how at one point the audience at the Transgender Day of Visibility hissed when the name of a prominent gender-critical campaigner, Posey Parker, was mentioned. They hissed. This is 100 policemen. Police people, persons. This is 100 people employed by the Met. Hissed. It's a cult. Can you imagine them at the front? Twin set and pearls. Bad attitude. Frank and Fanny. Need to be allies, but Posey Parker... just horrific. Another man, trans woman speaker, another man speaker, Shia Kofi, had previously reposted a video of Parker being assaulted at an event in New Zealand the day before with a caption saying it was hilarious. Just, what do the Met think they're doing? Trouble is, they're not alone, are they? You know that, and I know that. They're not alone. A lot of them are doing this. A lot of places are doing this, and they need to stop. But they won't, because we've got a Labour government, they're weak. And they don't, it's not that they don't care about this, they actively support it. So that's what you've got to remember. Newman said she did not challenge the transgender events at the time because senior officers had effectively endorsed it. Explaining her decision to bring a legal claim against the Met, she added, "I feel only a public ruling that Trans Day of Visibility," it shouldn't be called Trans Day of Visibility, should it? Why don't we just change it to Spot or Gusset Fumbler? We can make it a national sport. Was discriminatory and an act of harassment in the context of all these facts will persuade the Met Police Service that its reaction to my complaint to this date has been inadequate and that more decisive management action in support of gender-critical staff is needed. Yes, I agree with Mel there again, but it would be good if they just stuck to facts and reality rather than people's fantasy lifestyles. Newman later acknowledged that only a small portion of Met officers had attended the event and that those who gave presentations were not speaking on behalf of the force. Then why was it taking place during work time? I don't get it. The Met has previously marked the Trans Day of Visibility with posts on its intranet and an online seminar hosted by trans officers, according to minutes published by Scotland Yard. Are you telling me that we've got people who are lying about their sex in the police? Gosh, imagine my surprise. Imagine my surprise. Far from being alone with the concerns, the Telegraph has discovered that Newman was among a series of figures who made similar claims about the event. An account of what happened on that day, based on information from individuals who attended, has been shared with the Telegraph by the feminist group Women's Rights Network. Go the WRN. According to a dossier compiled by WRN, one of the activists said that only Pink News, an LGBT publication, and the youth trans charity Mermaids could be trusted for news about transgender issues. Just beyond the pale. The promotion of Mermaids as a reliable source to a room full of police officers and staff concerned some of those present, given the charity has a history of controversy over its dealings with children. In 2022, a Telegraph investigation found that the charity was agreeing to send potentially dangerous chest-binding devices to 14-year-olds against their parents' wishes. Then in October last year, the Charity Commission concluded that Mermaid's guidance on the safety of puberty blockers was inaccurate and should be rewritten to reflect the findings of the CAS review of NHS Child Gender Services. The Commission also told the charity that it should not resume a service providing chest binders to teenagers without parental involvement. The trans charity has insisted that binders can help alleviate distress in people with gender dysphoria. And it goes on and on and on. Tell me what you think, because it's just insane. The police should not be involved in any of this. In any of it. Well, nobody should be involved in any of it, all under the banner of EDI. Get in the bin. Get in the bin. The whole damn lot, get in the bin. But you'll let me know what you think, as you always do in the comments and on Twitter and all that sort of stuff. So please do, as they say, let me know. I shall see thee later. Have a grand day. In fact, have a lovely weekend. I intend to. Teacher me warrior teachers. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.